Hello guys, in this video we will be discussing about principles of design. We all know the basic elements of design like line, colors, textures which we all use to make our composition or art. These elements are like ingredients of a recipe. However, if we do not have a correct recipe, then we do not know what to do with these ingredients. Principle of design is like a recipe which tells us what to do with elements of design. So let's find out what principles of design are. In simple words, principle of design are a set of rules which need to be followed by every designer to create an effective and attractive composition. Basically, principle of design give us a layout to use elements of design so that we can make a composition which looks good and is also able to convey the message we want to. These principles are used in every field of art, whether it may to be create the world-class paintings or to create world-class architecture. These principles also help us to achieve balance and unity in our compositions. So these are the 7 important principles of design: balance, rhythm, emphasis, proportion and scale, movement, contrast and unity. We'll be discussing about each of them in detail. So let's see what balance is. To create balance, the elements of your design should be distributed in such a way that it creates a sense of stability. It should be both physical and visual stability. There are many kinds of balance like symmetrical, which is also known as formal balance, asymmetrical or informal balance, radial balance, vertical balance and horizontal balance. Let's see in detail. Then we can divide the composition from the central axis into two identical sides. Then we can say that it is having a symmetrical balance. In this picture, you can see that when we are dividing the picture from the middle, it is having two identical sides. So this picture has symmetrical balance. This is the famous logo of McDonald's, which is made on the concept of symmetrical balance. Many famous architectural monuments are made on the concept of symmetricity. Our own Taj Mahal is also made on the same concept. What asymmetrical or informal balance is? A symmetrical balance occurs when there are different elements to be shown in a composition on the either side, but still the composition looks balanced. In this figure, we can see that this big red square is balancing the smaller rectangles here. In this composition, the elements are different on both the sides, but as a whole, this composition looks balanced. The structure of this building is also based on asymmetrical balance. The tower here is balancing the elongated roof and the other elements of the architecture. This building is not in symmetricity, still this looks balanced. Symmetrical and asymmetrical balance is used in designing field. The Mercedes symbol is designed on the basis of symmetric balance, whereas the Nike symbol is designed on basis of asymmetrical balance. Radial balance occurs when elements radiate from the common center. This kind of balance creates a very strong focal point and naturally viewers' eyes drawn inward into the center. Vertical balance occurs when we can divide the composition vertically into two halves. As we can see in the picture given below, that when we are dividing the picture from the middle, it is giving two identical sides. Similarly, horizontal balance occurs when we can divide the picture horizontally into two halves, and it gives two identical sides in top and bottom. Opposite to regular rhythm is random rhythm. In this kind of rhythm, elements are repeated at irregular intervals in design. Below both figures are examples of random rhythm. This is a design of a Sri Yantra. It has been designed in such a manner that it has a vertical balance, horizontal balance, as well as diagonal balance. Now let's see the second principle of design. Rhythm. The repeated use of lines, textures, colors, or any pattern in a composition or a design is called as rhythm. There are many types of rhythm: regular rhythm, random rhythm, gradated rhythm, and graduated rhythm. As the name suggests, regular rhythm means an element is repeated in the regular intervals in a design. In the first picture, we can see that the diamonds are repeated regularly to create a pattern. In the design of this monument also, the arch windows is been regularly repeated to create a rhythm. Gradated rhythm. In this kind of a rhythm, elements are identical, however, it might be increasing or decreasing with each repetition. In the first picture of pagoda, we can see that the top of the pagoda is having the same elements, however, with each step, the size of that element is increasing. Same is the case in the case of this modern architecture. Rhythm. In this kind of rhythm, the elements are placed too close or in faraway distance to create a composition. In this picture given below, we can see that the circles are placed in some places too closely and in some places a little far to create a composition of a bird. This is an example of a graduated rhythm. The third principle of design is emphasis. It is a very important principle. As the name suggests, emphasis is used to draw attention to a particular element in a design. It is to aim to create a focal point in a design. Emphasis can be achieved through contrast, isolation, location, convergence, and uniqueness. First picture, the shape, color, and the mood has been used to focus the yellow smiley ball. In the second picture also, the shape is similar, but however the color and the mood has been used to create the focus on the red sad smiley ball. This is emphasis by isolation. In the first picture, we can see that the one circle has been isolated from the group of other circles. However, our eyes has been drawn to the isolated circle. In the second picture, the painter has isolated all the three elements, the two houses and the girl lying on the floor. By this, the painter is achieving emphasis on all the three elements. This is the emphasis by location. The area around the monument is designed in such a manner that the focus is only on the monument. This is emphasis of convergence. As we can see, the elements of design are converging into a point and the focus is on the converging point. This is emphasis of uniqueness or unusual. In this kind of emphasis, an unusual element is added to the design to create the importance or uniqueness of a design. As we can see in both the pictures, that unusual elements have been added to capture the attention of the viewer. Fourth principle of design is proportion and scale. Scale is nothing but the size of each element on the design, and proportion is size of an element in comparison with the other object of the element. 3:5 ratio is considered to be the golden mean. Both the figures given below are example of size and proportion. In both the pictures, the size of one element has been increased to give focus on that element. In the first picture, it is the size of a ball, and in second, the size of a lamp. This is Washington DC. In this picture, we can see how it has been landscaped, taking the principle of scale and proportion. Each monument in this picture has its own uniqueness and focus. This is the famous Museum of the Paris. Here also, the scale and the proportion principle has been used to design the pyramid to balance with the other features of the architecture. The fifth principle of design is movement. By using movement, an artist creates a feeling of motion. It helps to create a path for the viewer. It also gives a flow and illusion to the design. This fluid building is designed by the famous architect Zaha Hadid. We can see that the principle of movement has been considered in the design of this building and how it is creating paths for the viewer and giving it a flow. This famous painting is also using the principle of movement by creating circle patterns and giving flow to the design. The sixth principle of design is contrast. We have discussed contrast in principle of emphasis. However, we will be discussing little detail in here. Contrast is when two or more elements in a design are of different qualities. It can be achieved in form like color, texture, size, proportion, shape, movement, etc. Here, the contrast is being achieved by changing the color of one umbrella. The first picture is example of contrast of texture, and the second picture is example of contrast of size and proportion. This is an example of contrast by shape. If this oval building would have been in a regular rectangle shape, it would not have drawn so much attention which it is drawing now. This is also example of contrast by shape and color. The uniqueness of this design is the contrasting features of these two buildings. The seventh principle of design is unity. Unity is also called harmony. Unity principle gives a sense of order or a completion in design. It can be achieved only when all the elements of design are in coordination with one another. This is a perfect example of unity. The architectural design of this building is using so contrasting features, shapes, colors. However, they are in balance with each other. It is creating a perfect harmony and unity. So guys, these are the 7 principles of design. By using these principles, you can create a good composition. Questions related to these topics are asked both in your drawing and the aptitude paper. I will try to make a video of questions relating to these topics. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please press the bell icon and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Bye.